how you doing? This is Todd, and I'm glad you've joined me for our weekly update of the VO Marketing Pro group. We are glad that you're part of the group. Our group is growing. I have a couple of people that are standing in line wanting to talk to me about VO Marketing Pro and what we can do for them. And for those of you that are waiting in line to talk with me so that we can see how we can help you, please be patient. I had a really busy week, and VOMP is really busy, and so we're trying to onboard as many people as possible and take care of them in the best way we can. And so if you want more information about VO Marketing Pro, you can just Google us, VO Marketing Pro. You can log on to our website, our Facebook, our YouTube channel, lots of ways for you to get in touch with us. There's always contact information there for you. So don't be a stranger. Feedback to us. Tell us what you think about the videos. Tell us if there's a way that we can help you. Schedule a free conversation with me so we can talk shop or just kind of catch up and see how you're doing. And if you're not part of the group, then reach out and let us know how we can help you too. I'll have your weekly updates and my weekly update for this week, this first week of February, coming up in just a few minutes. But first, I guess I have kind of an admission to make to you all. Maybe a mea culpa of sorts, I guess. Actually, I wasn't completely right about my 2021 VO numbers that I reported in a video about a month ago. Yep, on New Year's Eve day, I made a video and posted my numbers for 2021, and I wasn't correct on those numbers. And you know, one of the reasons I'm coming clean, if you will, is because there are people out there who think that there's no way that you can make the kind of money that I do and other people do in VO alone. They would challenge my financial figures, maybe even say that I'm not being truthful. So it's important that I'm truthful. So just to get the context, here's that portion of the video from December 31st. Watch. And you remember these fancy stats here. I've been crossing out the last few weeks. Last week we ended at $314,677. So if you will just allow me to put my new number on here with this week's earnings, it is $317,128 so far in voiceover. $317,128 in voiceover. And as I said, there's going to be a few $100s probably coming in from residual royalty books, audiobooks that I produced many years ago. So again, my apologies for not providing the perfect numbers for what I make in VO. To be honest, I was wrong. The numbers weren't right. On that white sheet of paper, there was this figure that I showed you. Can you see that? And so I need to give my corrected numbers. And here is the corrected numbers. You can see that actually I made over what I thought. I told you in that video on December 31st that a few more $100 might come in. Well, actually, I didn't have the correct figures. I actually made over $1,200 more. So the total was $318,331.71. So I actually made $1,200 more than I reported on December 31st. So I wanted to come clean. Now, of course, I'm giving this apology kind of tongue-in-cheek because sometimes people can get a little snarky and they can question whether or not you can make that kind of money in voiceover. And I'm here to tell you that you can, and there are some people that make a lot more. And they do business like I do. So it's not like they're, movie trailer peoples. Of course, they make more money, a lot more, maybe into the millions of dollars, or famous voiceover talents who do animation and different things like that. I'm talking about people that do e-learning and telephony and commercials like I do. There are some people that make more money than I do. Now, a lot of people make less, and I get that. So that's why I come publicly and share my weekly numbers at the end of each of these Friday updates. First and foremost, this is why. And there are other reasons, and I'd make a video about that sometime too, but right now I don't want to go too long. So first and foremost, this is why I share my numbers every single week and at the end of the year. I do it for the exact reason that some people out there make snarky comments. You see, I can't stand VO talent who are either newbies or haven't been successful in their business, and yet they throw out their coaching shingle and start charging money for people to take their advice. Honestly, that kind of drives me crazy, and I think it can give our industry a bad reputation. Now, I know that making money isn't the only measure of success. However, if you're making good money year after year after year, you're not a flash in the pan, and your success is not a fluke. There are so many unproven VO coaches out there who wouldn't dare to share their income from VO alone because, truth be told, they probably make more money from coaching than they do from their VO. And there, I know, are certain people that should be doing that. Maybe there are people that have been in the industry for many years, and for some reason they're taking some time off to just do coaching, or maybe they're done with VO, or maybe something happened to their voice, whatever. I'm not saying that nobody should ever do that, have more income from their coaching than their VO. I'm not saying that, so don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of people out there that are newbies or really don't know exactly what they're talking about, and they're sharing their information and they're charging people money. And if they showed people their financial figures every single week and at the end of the year, I don't know how many people would follow them if they did. And that's exactly why I do share my numbers. I haven't charged a dime for coaching yet. And again, it's not wrong to charge for coaching. Coaching is very valuable. I may start soon, but in my humble estimation, I have to prove to you that I'm worth listening to, even if you're not paying me, even if you're just listening free to these Friday updates or Todd's tips or whatever. And I have to prove to you especially direct email marketing, because there's a lot of people out there that don't think direct email marketing is worth it, or they try it for a while and it just doesn't work. And so I know I have a lot of proving to do with VO Marketing Pro and direct email marketing. There's too much at stake when you listen to the wrong people. I guess that's my point. Call me old-fashioned, call me a stick in the mud, but I think you have to prove to people that you should pay your hard-earned money for their advice. And I think a great way to prove you're worth listening to is showing your true VO numbers regularly. My good friend and mentor, Bill DeWeese, has shared his numbers many times for many years. No wonder he was voted the #1 most trusted VO coach by the VO Talent on voices.com. There's something to that, something to think about. Okay, so let's get to your numbers, and then I'll give my numbers for this week. Here's the VO Marketing Pro update. Andy sent out 950 emails. If you don't know who Andy is my assistant. He's been my assistant since the beginning of 2016. But he also, several times a month, sends out emails from the database, and it is always with regard to our voiceover roster that is found on vomarketingpro.com. So anyway, Andy sent out 950 emails this week regarding our roster. We received 5 warm responses, 4 auditions. We're still waiting for those things to come in. We don't know how that will work out. Maybe we won't get any. Maybe we'll get quite a few of them. And there were 3 jobs booked this week from our voice roster. Kim Wilson, Jennifer Keister, and my son, Hudson Barsness, booked a gig there as well. And just so you know, when we receive warm replies from the video production companies regarding our roster, our VO Marketing Pro roster, we use that opportunity to have Drew, who's my second oldest son, who does cold calls on behalf of our voice roster, to contact these places And usually he just tries to, have a conversation with them, ask them a few questions and such. It's just another opportunity to get in front of people and hopefully bring more work to our roster. We're trying to get traction, both direct email marketing for all of you and also for our roster. And I think that's going quite well. Our direct email marketing efforts for all of you brought in 38 warm replies, 4 auditions. We're waiting on those as well. And we booked 2 jobs, and I was fortunate to grab both of those jobs this week. So as I give my update, then I have to include the 2 new clients that I had, and this makes 6 new direct email marketing clients for this year. So that's great. I'm so very grateful for that. Grateful for my assistant, Andy, who just works diligently to not only take care of you and me, but our roster, and does all sorts of stuff for us, emails and our database. Anyway, 2 auditions I had and 4 warm replies. Now, here was my update. We finally kind of busted out of our sickness as a family. I'm feeling a little better. You can kind of hear it in my throat a little bit, my nose. But I had a great week. This week, platforms, $2,997.60. My direct email marketing clients came in at $5,644.68 for a grand total for my week in voiceover alone, $8,641.68. $8,641.68. So that really over doubles what I was making for each week in January. So it's kind of a needed thing for me to try to get up to the $25,000 a month mark that I need to, that I'm shooting for anyway. So I hope those numbers, I hope the things that I shared earlier are not a discouragement to you, but an encouragement. That's what we want them to be. So let us know how we can help, and hang in there. Keep working hard. You do your part, and we'll do our part. Take care. Bye.